Hey guys, welcome to this makeup tutorial that I am doing today. My hair is a mess, it's soaking wet. No, I literally started this video and then I got to the eyeshadow part of my eye and I'm like, what color do I want to do? And I drew a blank. So I'm restarting this video. Basically all I did was prime my skin with this Ulta matte primer. This is what it looks like. And then I primed my face as well with this Make It Last Prime and Set Spray from Victoria's Secret from forever ago, but it works amazing because I only put the matte primer in my T-zone and on my cheeks where I felt like the rosacea was really bad. So, because I ran out of my other primer that's like hydrating. I really hate matte primers, but I had it, so I needed to use it. This is the Stila Prime Pod that I primed my eyes with. And then I went in with the CARLI BYBEL 14 color eyeshadow highlight and highlighter palette. And I used this shade all over the lid just to kind of, like after I put the primer on, to put everything down smooth. Then I used this shade, and this shade here for my transition. Then I got to the part where I was like, I don't feel like doing a warm look today. And this has a lot of warms in there. So I was like, all right, well, I'm just going to have to do something else. So I just kind of like stopped the makeup tutorial and I figured I'd restart. So screw this intro. It's too long. I just need to do something. So I kind of came up with an idea of doing like a pink eye look, like pink smoky look. I don't know where it came from. I don't know if it's going to turn out good or bad, but let's do it because I have like the purpley pink transition shade in there. It's like a nice cool toned. I wanted to kind of keep it that way. So instead of using warm tones today, I'm just going to use the cooler tones. So let's get into it. So I think the first color that I'm going to use on my eyes today is going to be this L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow in the shade Always Pearly Pink. And just really nice, like pearlized pink color, just like it says. And I'm just going to take a little eyeshadow applicator because these work really well with this kind of shadow because it's very like crumbly. You can also use your finger if you prefer to do that as well, but I find that this method works pretty well, so that's why I use it. And I'm just going to apply this all over the lid. This is a very nice shimmery shade. And I've been doing like a lot of like rose gold looks lately, so I was trying to stay clear. Like even when I don't do makeup tutorials, I've been doing like warm eye looks and stuff like that. So I was kind of trying to stay clear from doing the same thing that I've been doing because I'm getting kind of sick of it, even though it looks really good. I mean, I just get sick of stuff quickly, so that's why I like to keep my looks very different and kind of like out of the box. I was going to actually think about doing somebody's look on YouTube. I can't remember. I think it was Kathleen Lights. Like lately she had a makeup tutorial or a haul video, and I wanted her to do a makeup tutorial on what she was wearing because she had a really pretty like cool tone eye, and I was like, yes, I need to do that. I need to do that. So I don't know. I was going to do that, and then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do my own thing today. I mean, I usually don't end up copying people anyway, but you know what I mean. So there's that shade. It's really nice and shimmery. You can see it. And you can just use this shade if you want to, but I'm going to use another shade on top of it. I'm going to use this Milani Bella Pink Shimmer eyeshadow. I like this one because it's a little bit of a deeper pink than the other shade I was using. The other one's a little bit more light. This one has a little bit more purple in it, and I think it's going to go really well with the transition color. Ooh, yeah. And these two, like, together are really pretty. I don't know if you guys can see a difference. Probably can't, but it does, like, when it lays on top of it, it gives it a different, like, purpley color. A little bit more of, like, a purple flare. I don't know what I'm saying. Just, you should probably ignore me. And I'm really hyper. Really, really hyper right now. I'm not sure why. Okay. I think this will turn out good. It's gonna be, should be good. I mean, there's no reason why it wouldn't be. So I'm going to use this shade from my Urban Decay Feminine palette. This is an old ass palette, but it has still good shades in it. I mean, it's not like it's bad or anything. And I'm going to use the shade Stray Dog right here. It's just a really nice, like, brown shade. And I'm going to use it on the outer corner. I'm going to take, like, an outer corner fluffy brush, and I'm just going to apply this to the outer corner of my eye. And I'm going to tap it off because Urban Decay shadows are hella pigmented, and they're really, like, strong. And then I'm going to drag that into the crease. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep it, like, on the inner part of the crease. I'm not going to go upwards where the purple is, or, like, whatever you want to call it, the purplish pink shade. I'm just going to kind of keep it in the deep, like, crease line, like, right here. You see what I'm doing? It's, like, right in that, like, the hollow of the crease, I guess you could call it. Because I kind of want to give it more depth since I'm using a darker shadow on the outer shade, or on the outer corner. And then we'll go back and we'll fix the eye, because obviously this is going to definitely mess up your other shadow that you just laid down, including the transition. So this is going to require a lot of blending and patience, as my looks always do, because I always end up doing something where I need, like, lots of patience. So I'm just going to go back in with this blending brush that I use with my CARLI BYBEL palette, and I'm going to use the plum shades in here to fix and blend the transition again. And this is just going to kind of take everything, bring it back, bring that life back into the transition shade. Start with the lighter shade, obviously, and then go into the deeper purple. I have, like, lots of fallout on my eyes. See how I'm kind of getting, like, that real smoky look? That's what I'm going for. That's what I'm looking for. So now, again, I'm going to take the Bella Pink shade from Milani, and I'm just going to pack that on the inner portion of my eye and the lid, just to bring back the life in that shadow. I don't even know where this look came from. I should do a really smoky eye soon, like a black smoky eye. I mean, I could have done it with my outfit today. I'm not sure if this is for sure the outfit that I'm going to wear, but it's, like, all black, and I just felt like wearing it because it's really simple, and you could wear any kind of makeup with it, so I wasn't sure what I was doing with my makeup, like I said, so I just kind of wanted something that was just going to match with everything. And that's what that looks like now. And now I'm going to take my makeup removing wipe and just wipe off the excess fallout that fell out underneath our eyes and on the corners and all that good stuff. Luckily, I don't have foundation on yet, so that's a good thing, because it's a pain in the ass to get rid of fallout. So now I'm going to take the Bella White shade from Milani. This is a perfect, like, matte white, but it's such a highlighting white shade, even though it doesn't have shimmer in it. It's super highlighting for the brow bone. So I'm going to use that on the brow bone with a fluffy brush. And I'm just going to highlight the brow bone. You see the difference between this side highlighted and non-highlighted. It definitely adds a lot more depth and gradient. Just really a great step. So yeah. And then I'm going to take, what am I going to do now? I think I'm going to do, trying to decide if I want to do like a liner or not, but probably not, because I don't really do too well with liners, especially on camera. I don't do too well with any, yeah, I don't want to use, okay. So I'm just going to go in with my mascara, which is my telescopic as usual. And, whoa, chill. I'm just going to coat these beautiful lashes with some mascara. I've been getting like a lot of compliments on my makeup lately. Like every time I do my makeup and I go out, I get compliments on it. That's when you know you're doing something right. You know, that's what makes me happy. It's like, that's what I enjoy, is when people compliment your makeup. You kind of know you're doing something that somebody else would like, and it's just inspiring. It's nice. It's good to hear, you know. Makes you feel good about what you're doing, and you know that you might potentially have a talent in it. So it just feels good, you know. So I'm just coating the lashes with lots of mascara. This one I think is starting to dry out, but it's not like, it's still, I feel like it still has a decent amount of product in there. So it's like on its way to drying out, but it's not like completely dried out yet. You know what I mean? It's like half its lifespan, if not a little bit more. I have a backup mascara already that I really want to try, that I've been waiting to try. It's the CoverGirl Supersizer. Everybody has gone nuts about that mascara lately, and I really want to try it because you guys know I'm like all about drugstore stuff. So I really want to try it, and it's affordable, and I already picked it up, and I picked up the limited edition Star Wars one because the packaging was cute. So yeah. Okay. So now that I've coated the crap out of my lashes, I'm going to do my brows real quick, just using my Anastasia brow pomade. I don't really ever need to fill in my brows, but I find that it kind of pulls the look together a little bit more if my brows are just a tad bit bolder. So I'm just using the shade Blonde to kind of define my brows, kind of sculpt them out a little bit. But like I said, I never really need anything too dramatic. I probably don't even need to use brow pomade because you can see that I have really thick brows to begin with. But I keep them very, I try to keep them very like well maintained, like trimmed properly, like the shape I want and stuff like that. So yeah, but I just feel like it brings the look together more if I fix them up a little bit. So now I'm going to take my NYX Dark Circle Concealer, and I'm going to conceal the dark circles under my eyes. I'm just going to put this right where the dark circles are. Excuse me. Can't talk today. Because this is an orangey concealer, you're not going to want to put this as like a highlighting concealer because it will not do that. It will actually do the opposite. It's just there to cover up the like blues and purples underneath your eyes that are naturally there from allergies or hereditary stuff, like all the above was what I have. So I have very dark under eye circles. And then I'm going to use my concealer. Now this one you can highlight with. This is the Master Conceal by Face Studio. It's a camouflaging concealer. This is in the shade Light. It's a very full coverage concealer. I like to just use this underneath my eyes. I don't love to use this to highlight with, but you could. I just like to use it underneath my eyes because I feel like it really does a good job of full coverage. This is the best like liquid concealer I have ever used, but after I'm done with this, I'm definitely going to try the NYX HD concealer because I've heard really great things about that one as well. And I've heard that's very full coverage and it's very like just a nice concealer. So I'm just taking this underneath and then I'm going to go upwards, which is going to cut my shadow like off at a sharp angle, opposed to this side where you can see like it's more rounded off. I like the more like cut off, like neat look. And you can use tape too, but I find that this is just so much easier when I do my concealer. So that's what that looks like. Now I'm going to work on the lower lash line. I'm going to use a liner brush. I think I might use this one. And I'm going to use some eye drops because I want my lower lash line to be really intense. And I also want it to last longer than what it might normally last without eye drops. Or you could use Fix Plus, or you could use a priming spray. You know, you could use just whatever, but I have eye drops. They work just fine. So I'm going to go back into the CARLI BYBEL palette, and I'm going to use those two plum shades at the end here, this one and this one. And I'm going to take that and drag it across the lower lash line for a smoky look. I feel like I always do like a smoky eye, but that's just my thing. Like, and even when I don't do a smoky eye, I end up doing one. Like, I don't intentionally try to. I do it anyway. Just because I really like that smoky lower lash line, I feel like it brings everything together. You'll see in a lot of my makeup tutorials that I'm always calling it like smoky something, like just because, I don't know, I have like an addiction to smoky eyes. It's ridiculous. I love these shadows. First impressions of the CARLI BYBEL palette. It's amazing. I really, really love it. I'm really happy with it, and I would be trying the highlighters today, but I got in Becca Opal and I have to use that today. So I'm going to definitely use that in part 2 because I've only got a couple more minutes of this part 1 video. But yeah. Then I'm going to go in with the shade Stray Dog, which we use on our outer corner. And I'm just going to use that to intensify that deeper purple shade that I put on my lash line. Okay, I like it. Now I'm going to use a small, like little just tiny brush for the inner corner, and I'm going to use the same shades that we use, the lighter shades that we use. Obviously I just wet it with eye drops on our lid. So I'm going to use the shade Always Pearly Pink first. This is that L'Oreal shade, and this one is really great staying power. It is like a 24-hour shadow, so it's just going to stick to your lids, which is awesome, or wherever you put it, which putting it on my lids in my inner corner, so it's going to stay there all day, which is fantastic. That's what we want. So this is a great like base as well. If you're afraid that your shadows aren't going to last throughout the day, this is a great base for them, or just all over color. It just depends on what you're looking for. I had like a weird line right here. I don't know what it was. Okay. See, that's very highlighting, very like opening up to the eye, which I love because I have small eyes. So I like to make them look a lot bigger. And then again, I'm just going in with the shade Bella Pink from Lani. Yes, I love it. And then the last shade I'm going to use is a different one. It's the L'Oreal Infallible. This is in the shade Strawberry Blonde. I really love this shade because it's like an iridescent pink color. You guys probably can't see on camera, but it's so beautiful. It's so different, and just using this for extra highlighting purposes. So yeah, here we go. Okay, so now that we are done with that part of our eye, I'm going to go in and I'm just going to use a lower liner. And even though I want my eyes to be awakened, I have not used, or bigger looking, whatever, I haven't used a eyeliner that's dark in a very long time because I've been sticking with like the more like eye-opening colors and stuff lately. Like you'll see that in every tutorial that I use. A lighter eye, but I kind of want to do something a little bit darker, but something that's going to complement the colors. I was thinking about doing a purple or, you know, like a purpley liner, but I'm thinking I might just try out this Laura Geller Incredible Waterproof Gel Liner. This one I picked up in like a little Laura Geller gift set that I got from TJ Maxx for like $25, I think, which is a really good deal. And I wanted to try this one out because it says it's waterproof. And that always intrigues me because that's usually the only thing that works on my waterline. I probably should have warmed this up on the back of my hand first, but I mean, it's doing the job. It's just not as pigmented as it would be if you swatched it. There we go. I think I just had to get it going because this is my first time using it. And I only swatched it one other time, so. Okay, so yeah, you can see the difference between the two eyes. This one's a lot more like bigger looking because you can see that I have like a lighter, like I don't have any liner, black liner in there. But I like the way the black liner looks on my eyes still, so I will continue to use it. Like I said, I'm very interested to see how this works throughout the day and if it really is waterproof. Because I have some stubborn, and I mean very stubborn ass eyes. They have been acting up so bad lately with my allergies. And it's funny because they'll just sit there and like water all day long. And then my makeup will get messed up no matter what I use most of the time, because if it's really irritating me, like you sit there and rub it, I mean, it's going to come off like eventually, you know what I mean? So I'm also going to use this on the, what do you call it? The tight lining area. I'm going to tight line with this in my inner. This part really gets me. A lot of the time I end up not being able to tight line because my eyes will water like that. And I will be okay. And this one also, by the way, this one is a twist up, I think. Am I lying? Or no? I could have swore it was. Oh, it's a twist up like from the top. So that's really good because I have mostly like pencil ones and then they get messed up. I don't know. They suck. So I'm going to now use my... Ooh, it's already at 24 minutes long. I better hurry up. I'm just going to do my lower lashes real quick with some mascara. And then part 2 will be the rest of my face. And you guys better tune in because I know you're going to want to see what Opal looks like on me. Or at least I want to see. I'm excited. Okay, guys. And now I'm just going to quick curl my lashes. My top lashes, obviously. Just for some extra volume. There we go. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup tutorial so far. If you want to see how to get the rest of this look, please watch part 2. So I will see you guys in just a minute. Bye.